Hi everyone, welcome to Northern Zen Yoga. My name is Sandra, and today we're going to talk about posture that can be used in yoga and is quite often used in other exercise practices as well. And it is called plank. Now, plank is a challenge, and it is often very difficult for most of us to do if we're not in really good shape. We don't have really strong abdomen. But I'm going to show you today some modifications of plank to help you work your way up to being able to do plank more comfortably. And also, I'm going to offer you a challenge. Now, I'm going to show you 3 ways to do plank, and you can do the challenge in any of those 3 ways, but I recommend the last one I'm going to show you as the challenge posture. So, first of all, we need to have our mat, and we're going to get down on the mat, face down, hands on the mat, and position your hands so that they're shoulder width apart and just below your shoulders, so that when you're leaning forward and putting weight down, your weight is going straight down your arm to your palm. We're going to move our knees back so that we have a stretch going on, and we're going to try not to let our elbows cave. And this is the first variation of plank. So if you have a hard time getting right up in the air, this is the one you're going to work with. Make sure your bottom is lower than your hips. Your knees are stretched back, and you can feel your tummy starting to clench in order to hold you there. That's the first one. And that's the one that you can use to do the challenge if you like. If you find that the last one I'm going to show you is not possible. However, I think you'll like the last one the best. Now, once you get used to that, and you can practice this type of plank every day. You can practice it for, try a few rounds of it, hold it, drop down, come back up, drop down, until you start to feel your wrists are able to handle the weight. If you have really a lot of pain in your wrists, if you cannot tolerate it at all, the last one is going to be the one for you. Excuse me. You're going to find that it will be able to be tolerated a lot better because of your wrist problem. However, if your wrists are just tight and you just need to stretch them out, do the exercises I have in my video for the hands and start getting those tendons stretched out and supporting by being able to put your palm down more firmly onto the ground. We're going to look at the second variation. It's actually the proper variation of a plank. This is the one you want to work up to. So we start off in the same position, move our legs back, tuck our toes, and lift the knees off the floor. Try to keep your arms as strong as you can. Make sure your shoulders and your wrists are pretty much in line, and keep your bottom low. None of this. This is down dog. This is plank. And you tighten up your muscles in your tummy and hold it for as long as you can, and then come out. And then repeat that to get your strength and your stamina built up. Now, quite often in a yoga practice, we would only hold plank for a few seconds. Just basically, it's a transition position. If we're going from a standing pose to come down into forward fold, jump back to plank, and then maybe we'll push to up dog or down dog or cobra or something like that. So don't worry if you can't hold a full plank for more than a few seconds. Just work on it, see what you can do. It's a great workout for the abdomen. It strengthens the abdomen, strengthens the back, and by doing that, you have a stronger core muscle. Your core muscles are what keep you upright, keep your spine supported, keep the aches and pains in the low back away. It's a good thing. So working on plank is really important. So I'm going to offer you a challenge. I'm going to show you the third and final variation of plank, and I'd like to make that the one that we work the challenge from. So, same thing applies, except for now we're going to drop our elbows down. The elbows are going to be what supports us in plank. So on the knees, toes are ready, and we're going to lift the knees up off the floor and tighten your tummy up. Watch you're not lifting your hips. Keep it low. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale exhale, etc. And then release. Come down or push back into child pose. Child pose will help take some of the strain that you're feeling maybe in your back. But remember, when you're feeling the strain in your back, it is critical that you start to tense up the muscles in your abdomen. You might have to talk to them and tell them. You might have to say, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. And the reason for that is because we've stopped talking to our body a long time ago. We've forgotten how to make our body do what we want it to do, not the other way around. So make sure you're talking to your muscles as you're there. Tell your abdominal muscles to clench and start to tighten, tighten, tighten them up. And you'll find that the pressure on your back will start to release a little bit. You're still going to feel your back working. It's part of the whole connection. So it's a good thing as long as you're not feeling stabbing pains. Now, if you're feeling any of that, you need to stop immediately and you need to reevaluate whether this is a particular posture that you're going to be able to do right now at this point. But if you can, and even if it's just a lot uncomfortable right now to hold it for even a few seconds, you should think about taking up on the challenge, because the end result is that you will have not only stronger abdominal muscles, you'll have a flatter tummy, you'll have a stronger back, you'll get rid of problems that are created by these issues like sciatica and your back, low back pain from your back swaying from not being able to support the weight properly. So think about it, think about it. And this is how the challenge is going to work. So remember, we're going to use the third position. We're going to go into that plank and we're going to hold it for 15 seconds. That's it. You're going to get a timer. You can get timers on your phone. Most of the phones now actually have a timer someplace in there. If not, you can download an app that is a second timer and you can set it for 15 seconds. And when you press start, hold, go into the plank and hold. And when the 15 seconds is up, a little beep will happen. You can come out of it. You can go into child pose for a few seconds. And then you're going to go back into it again. So you're going to take 15 seconds in the posture. Come out of it. Give yourself 5 seconds, 10 seconds if you need it to recuperate. And then you're going to go back and do 15 more seconds. And you're going to keep repeating that over and over for 2 minutes. The next day, you're going to increase the amount of seconds you hold the posture. And you can do it in either 1 second increments or 5 second increments. So you can go to 15 seconds to 16 seconds to 17 seconds, or you can make a jump from 15 seconds to 20 seconds, and so on. And every day you're going to increase it just a little bit. Now, if you find that you have gone from 15, say, to 20, and that 5 seconds you couldn't do it, then back it up a bit. Only go a couple of seconds longer. And you're going to again do this for 2 minutes, on and off for 2 minutes. Then after a week, you're going to try to go up to 3 minutes. So whatever amount of seconds you're holding by that point, you're going to go up for 3 minutes. So a lot of you will find that after about 30 seconds, you're going to find it difficult. So don't be sad or don't be worried if you need to stay. And I should have said probably that from the beginning. If you find that going up even 1 second is throwing everything off, stay where you're at until you feel that is become much more comfortable. And then start adding the extra seconds on. 30 seconds is usually the wall that we usually hit, where we find that we have a hard time moving forward from that for a period of time. The thing you have to remember is this is not a race. I'm offering you a challenge, but I'm not offering you a big prize if you can do it faster and quicker and longer than anybody else. Instead, I want you to look at this as the prize at the end is stronger abdominal muscles, a better back, and a healthier spine. So, take your time on this, work up, but be consistent. Don't skip days if you can avoid it, because this is what will put you backward again. You'll find that very quickly you'll lose momentum and maybe you'll forget about it. And the challenge is to get stronger abdominal muscles, stronger belly, flatter tummy, stronger back. And by doing this, we are able to do the rest of our yoga practice much more freely. We have better benefits of just moving around every day. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this particular short video. Try the challenge, let me know. And while I've got you, don't forget, January 12th, 2021, we are starting our weekly yoga classes. It's a Tuesday. So January the 12th will be the first Tuesday we start our class. It will be live, and the live classes will happen every Tuesday at 10 a.m. If you're in a different time zone, you may have to Google what your time relationship is to 10 a.m. in Eastern Standard, or that can also be looked at as New York time, New York City time. So you can just put into Google wherever you live versus the time in New York City, and you'll see what time that would be for you, or how many hours difference it would be, plus or minus. So if you're in Europe, I'll have a lot of people who watch in Europe, you're going to be so much time ahead of us, so 10 o'clock is going to be in the afternoon for you. And if you're in the Pacific Coast, you're going to be 5 hours, I think it is, behind us. So that means you have to get up really early in the morning. Now, people on the Pacific Coast, if you are really, really enjoying having live classes, but the timing is just like not possible for you, let me know. Message me, email me, go on Facebook and let me know that this is what you would like. And if I have enough of you asking for this, I will do an afternoon live class regularly once a week, so that we would have maybe Tuesday morning and Thursday afternoon. And I may even start that any way it becomes possible if I have enough following to justify the time to do that. So, once again, live classes, Tuesday, January the 12th is the beginning of weekly live classes. That's 2021 at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard or New York time. And the challenge is the plank challenge. Let me know how you're doing when I see you live. We'll even practice a little bit in the live classes. Plank challenge, building up abdominal muscles. Take care. See you next time. Bye for now.